Welcome again to Unapologetically Me with your host, Kalila. So, I saw a little meme the other day that had to do with how when we have sex with lots of partners, we're imprinted by each one of those. There's a connection. We can take on all of their trauma. We can take on, different aspects, characteristics even of those people because they're becoming part of us as they deposit their energy, if you will. So I was thinking about that as well as other ways that we get imprinted on. So I'm going to read, as I've been doing last few videos, what I had written up on this. And it's only one page, so it shouldn't take long. When we interact with someone, their energy and their essence, that their bodily fluids mix with ours and influence who we grow into. We are ever evolving creatures, right? So every experience we have, every encounter, and even what we see virtually. So like even watching the videos, watching TV, I can recall when I was little, and I still do this, but I started doing it when I was a child, of imagining I was the character. And I would choose a character, and I could often switch lots of characters within one show, but I would choose characters, and I would just imagine for a moment what it would be like to be them and having that experience. And I would try to feel the excitement, and I would try to imagine all of the power that you might have. If I was imagining myself being like, let's say a queen or something like that, right? I can imagine having that power to just be able to tell people to do what I want. But that's not something that I would want to do, actually. But it'd be fun to have that power for a minute, to feel what it would be like to have people willing to lay their lives down for you. But anyways, so the influence us. I hear people say, be careful who you go to bed with, as they'll be a part of you for the rest of your life. And this is true to an extent. Well, it's true, period, because they're always going to have that imprint on you if they did indeed leave physical aspects of themselves, right? But we also get influenced by people that we just pass by. Our energy field goes out approximately, and it varies. Some people's are very tight, some people's are much more open, but approximately 8 feet around our bodies. Well, if I've got, this is me, I better be smaller, this is me, and this is somebody else, and my 8 feet is like out to here, well, their 8 feet around them, and our 8 feet can still meet here. So even though they're 16 feet away from me, their energy can still affect me. That's how energy works. That's bizarre to me. And I still struggle to wrap my mind around how somebody passing by me at that distance can interfere with my energy and how I see myself in that moment. And I've had that happen to me. I've had it happen to where somebody in proximity crossed my path, and I just remember feeling like, oh, I feel sick to my stomach, and I don't know why. I didn't smell anything because I'm very sensitive to smells, especially like perfumes or horrible, but I didn't smell anything. But I just all of a sudden got that sick feeling in my stomach, and it lasted for probably like 20 minutes or so before I finally was able to shake it off. And that was with me consciously trying to let go of whatever that came in. So just people passing by us affects our energy. We don't need to know why. We'll probably never know exactly what happened. I'm not going to be able to say it was him or her or anything like that, right? But their energies affect us. So let me see what else I wrote here. And they'll be part of you for the rest of your life. Okay, so we can even be influenced by their traumas, but we can also get good traits too. And these encounters are never as random as we think they are. Okay, so in thinking about that, where, let's see, I met this wonderful woman a while back, and her energy was just calming and love. I mean, she was just full of love and emitting this love. And I just remember, just as soon as I came in contact, I mean, I saw her from a distance, and I thought, wow, she just radiates. And when I got close to her, I could just feel this loving energy from her. And that felt so amazing to me. And I know that I still carry part of that with me because I embraced it. I was like, oh, I want this. She was so sweet. And when I said goodbye to her, it was just a big, wonderful, heartfelt hug. And I really enjoyed that encounter. And I hope I see her again. But if not, I know that that encounter was meant to be. And it has influenced me. And it's influenced my encounters with other people, within which then influences them. So it's like the ripples in the water. You take the little stone and you toss it into the pond and you see all these ripples going out. The stone is only aware of splashing on the bottom of the floor, right? Got tossed, it got wet, and now it's at the bottom. It doesn't pay attention to or see all the ripples that it created and how far they go out and how they affect others. Yet you are the stone. And every action that you make is just like that thump in the water. You don't necessarily see it, but there's ripples, and those ripples make a difference. So try to make sure that those ripples are as positive and loving as possible. The world needs more of that. If you're having a really bad day, it's best just to not go around other people, call out of work or whatever, or maybe just meditate for a while. Take a good saltwater bath or a shower even. Just take a shower and breathe in some aromatherapy, something that's going to help change your energy before you go out and be around people. You don't want to get your negativity all over the rest of the world. You don't want to have those ripples in your life's journey kind of thing. You want to keep your energy as high as possible and loving as possible. And it's okay to have bad moments. We have to have them. It's balance, yin and yang. You cannot have good without having bad. If you want a level 10 high grade experience, there's a level 10 or maybe 2 level 5s or a 7 and a 3 or whatever. It's going to be paid for balanced, right? So be careful what you wish for, because there's always a price to pay. Now, honestly, for me, I hope, because I had such an amazing childhood and past, young adulthood and up through my adult years, a lot of those, I had a lot going on. And so hopefully I've paid my dues and I just get to enjoy life. I'll focus on enjoying life. And when those little hiccups happen, I'm not going to let them bother me. I've had people say things to me that, could have been taken very poorly. And I would have personally taken it very poorly just years before now. But now it's kind of like okay, well, that's your opinion. That's nice. And I'm not for everybody. I know I'm not for everybody. I have very few friends. I have very few people I want to spend time with, because most of the people, they just suck energy out of me, and they're not grateful for any help that I offer. And I have a tendency to maybe over want to help anyways. And not everybody wants help. Not everybody's ready to receive help. I struggle when people want to help me. It's like that, oh no, I'm not worth it. You don't need to waste your time on me. It's okay. And then I'm good kind of thing, right? Whereas I should, and we all should, be able to receive help when we need it. It's a struggle for a lot of us. Some people just do more, and you can't do enough for them. And I've met those people. And that's a reminder to me that I've got to protect my own energy. It's mine. It's my energy. Why should I be giving it to somebody else? Why should they get more of my energy than I give myself? Why should they get more of my love and affections and attention than I'm willing to give to myself? So when they say, as I just got sparked on this one, that you can't love somebody unless you love yourself, that's true. That is very true. And if you do love somebody and you think you don't love yourself, you at least love the part of you that is reflected back to you with them. And so you have to understand that is part of you loving you. So instead of putting it just on them, saying, oh, I just love them, but I'm not worth it, say, wow, I have this amazing part of me that I love, I can love it within me too. I don't need to love it just outside of me going, yeah, they've got it and I love it. No, you've got it too. That's why they reflect that love back to you. That's why they make you feel good when you're around them, because you're seeing that part of you that's always been there. So embrace that. Be around people that make you feel good about you. Be around people that raise your frequency. Listen to songs and music that raise your frequency. You want 432 hertz, not the 440 kind of thing. You just want to make sure that you're vibrating at your highest level to make you as happy and full of life as possible. That's what we're here for. We're here for these experiences. We're here to have adventures, to live. You're here to live, not exist, not just do enough to keep you alive like what we're being fed of wake up, have breakfast, drink your coffee, go to work, have your energy drinks, work, stress, go home, fix dinner, talk to the kids for 5 minutes, make sure they're doing their homework, send them off to bed, you go to sleep with your sleeping pills or your nighttime drink or whatever, a couple of alcohol shots or something like that, you go to sleep and repeat. That's existing. That's doing the minimum to stay alive. It's not living. It's, but I'm putting money in my savings account so one day, when after all of that stress, you have to pay the doctors to keep you alive. Yeah, we're on this cycle that's just, it's supporting one machine. And that's not, get off the machine. Get off that treadmill. Live your life. Don't exist. Most of us exist. We just stay alive when we sit, and we don't do anything exciting because we might get hurt, or we might fall down and break a leg, or we might, whatever, we might be embarrassed if we get up on stage and do a comedy show, which I'm going to be doing at the end of the month. We might do who knows what. What's the problem? Do it. Just do it. Like the Nike commercial says, just do it. We can do anything. Might not do it good the first time, but you can do anything. We have this body that can just do anything at once. Yet we believe that I can't. And we keep feeding that I can't. And then we believe it. It becomes part of us. We just accept that we can't. So how about I can? I can do anything. I can be whoever I want to be. I can change who I am to the next greatest version of me that I could possibly be. Only I am stopping me. Nobody else. Nobody else exists in my reality. That you need to understand. Nobody exists in your reality. Not your partner, not your children. They don't exist in your reality. They are mirrors of you. You don't know what's going on inside their heads. You don't know what's going on in their reality. You don't know how they see you. You don't sit there and look at yourself all the time. You pass by the mirror, make sure your hair is brushed good, and you're out to go. Or whatever. Maybe if you're average female, you're putting on an hour's worth of makeup. I don't know. However long it takes to put makeup on. But, again, you don't see you. You're a reflection for them. They see what they need back at them, just as they're a mirror for you. Even our children, they're just mirrors. So if your kid's bothering you because they're not doing something, what is that telling you about you? Now I can think personally, which I did kick my son out, which was really hard. And he's moving to his dad's house, so he's actually going to be on the train tomorrow, in fact, to head to his dad's. And I'm a little bit mixed emotions about it. I want him to have a life outside of his bedroom. And that's, in my reality, what he's been doing. Now, how that reflected to me as to what I needed to learn about that was I can't keep hiding. Now, just because I wasn't physically hiding in my room, I was still hiding. I was still keeping a part of me, most of me, kind of secret, not really sharing who I am, not having these conversations with my friends and family members kind of thing. So, and again, we're going back to the split stat experiment for a minute, because he, living in the same home with me, having his ideals about who I am, even though he would be in his room and I would be in my room, currently the living room until I move everything around. But anyways, we'd be in our own places. His energy still affected me, just as my energy affected him. And that was what needed to change. That's what, for me, I needed to not have his ideas of who I used to be and what kind of person I am constantly catering to him, which I did. And I keep on saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then he knows that I'm not going to let him starve. He learned that very young. And I would go to the store in the middle of the night to get him what he wanted, because I could not send my child to bed hungry. And I guess that was because my parents sent me to bed hungry a lot. And I know that you're laying there for 2 or 3 hours with your stomach grumbling, and it's like, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, my stomach hurts and everything like that. And then I'd wait till everybody was sleeping, and then I'd sneak into the kitchen in the middle of the night to get something to eat so that I could go to sleep. I did not want to do that to my children. So that's how that works. That mirroring effect kind of thing comes back. It's very fascinating to think about. But anyways, imprinting is real. Everything gets imprinted upon us, and we can cleanse that. We can burn. You don't want to cut. This is what I've been told, so I've been learning about all of this recently. But you don't want to cut the energy cords. You need to burn them, because if you cut them, they can come back, apparently. There's still the possibility of that connection happening, but you want to burn it. You can visualize burning it. You can visualize let's do it for a moment. If you're still with me, sit down, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Just imagine that there's flames all around you. They don't burn you. They don't hurt you. They're just there. It's just flames all around you, protecting your body. It's not hot. You're not feeling uncomfortable. You actually feel peace. And you just feel these flames around you. And they're burning all of the energy cords that have been attached to you. And you might want to think about the different people for a moment that may have imprinted on you, and thank them for that exchange. Thank them for the lessons that they taught you, and let them go. Just release them with love. And just feel all of those cords just being released from your body, just burning away to where it's just you sitting there. And as all of the cords get burned away, the flames get lower and lower until it's just ash around you. And it's just you. There's no one else, just you. Whole and complete and perfect. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Bye-bye.